Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what the hell is going on.
Donald Trump's new proposal to ban Muslims from traveling to the U.S. has been met with everything from derision to cheering crowds, leaving many to ask, if Trump is elected president, could a policy like this become law? We asked a number of legal scholars to weigh in. Here's what they're telling the Wall Street Journal. John Yoo, a conservative law professor at Berkeley, says the proposal is unconstitutional because it violates First Amendment rights, saying the United States cannot discriminate on the basis of religion. Greg Chen of the American Immigration Lawyers Association elaborates, adding, the Establishment Clause requires the government to remain neutral vis-a-vis religion. Then there's the 14th Amendment. William Banks, a scholar at the Syracuse College of Law, says Trump's policy would violate due process. Aside from being outrageous, it would be unconstitutional, he says. In addition to legal concerns, there are also questions about how the policy would become law. It could require an act of Congress, but House Speaker Paul Ryan indicated that lawmakers would not support such a ban, speaking at a GOP press conference Tuesday.
What was proposed yesterday is not what this party stands for, and more importantly, it's not what this country stands for.
But Trump doesn't seem to be asking Congress to act. He has cited President Franklin D. Roosevelt's use of executive authority to protect Americans during World War II as precedent, defending his policies on morning talk shows.
I mean, take a look at what FDR did many years ago, and he's one of the most highly respected presidents respected by most people. He was doing with Germans, Italians, and Japanese because he had to do it. Because look, we are at war.
Although many view FDR's policies as shameful today, his internment of Japanese Americans was ruled constitutional by the Supreme Court in 1944's Korematsu v. United States, a decision that has not been overturned. That case might provide Trump a legal path to implement his ban if he's elected president, but many experts say it would be unlikely for courts to uphold it. Richard Primus, a law professor at the University of Michigan, says a rule that applies to every member of a group with more than 1 billion members who are different from each other in thousands of ways is not a rationally constructed security policy, and courts will know that. There would also be major challenges when it comes to enforcing a ban that targets a specific faith.
The reality is that there are 1.6 billion Muslims in the world. It is the second largest religion in the world, behind Christianity.
1 in 4 people around the world is Muslim, and since religion is not listed on passports, it could be impossible to identify every Muslim seeking to travel to the U.S.
We have no choice. According to Pew Research, among others, there is a great hatred toward Americans by large segments of the Muslim population.